What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. So yesterday I was able to catch up on a good amount of comments. I always try to read all the comments. I don't always get back to everyone, and I apologize for that, but I always make it a point a couple times a week to catch up on all the comments that I have. So one of the things that I was reading a lot of last night was people extremely frustrated at the fact that the next generation Tundra isn't coming out soon enough. That seemed to be the vibe. 2022 model year, late 2021 release, which is what we've been saying for a long time. But it was a mix of people that are just like, well, I'm going to another brand. I can't wait any longer. Toyota's falling behind, left and right, all that kind of stuff. But I want to come at you from a different angle right now, because I thought of this I'm over here running. I just had a run, jogging around or whatever, and on my way over is how I thought of this video. So, there was no planning or anything. I was just thinking about the comments that I was reading. And while I was driving this truck, realizing how much I love to drive this truck, and it made me wonder, what's the rush? And what I mean by that is I feel like the Tundra is a great product right now, okay? I'm in a 2017. It's built like a rock, no shakes, no rattles, reliable engine, powerful engine. And, a lot of people have different reasons they use their truck, okay? There's people who tow out there. There's people who go off-roading. But at the end of the day, we have ourselves a nice, solid truck here. Sure, it doesn't have the most crazy interior luxury features. There's trucks out there with massaging seats and all that kind of thing. But it still is a good truck. It's a little bit old school for sure. The setup and everything. A lot of the truck companies are moving away from leaf springs and going coilovers and all that to make the ride more comfortable. So Toyota still has the old school V8 in the Tundra with the 5.7. It makes 381 horse, 401 torque, which is still solid numbers. The tow rating is around 10,000 pounds. A lot of the brands have gone up to 11, 12,000 pounds. But for most of the people out there, and by the way, pause, I want to hear all your comments on this, no matter what side of the coin you're on. Do you agree with me or not? But, most of the people who buy these trucks will probably tow a boat or a trailer weighing 5,000, 6,000 pounds, So I appreciate what's out there now. Don't get me wrong. On the other hand, I know in 07, that was the last generation. In 2014, they did a refresh. They added some trims. Since then, they've added little things here and there. We got ourselves push button start, little things, nothing too crazy. LED headlights, LED fog lights in the front, just things like that across the generation we are in now. But overall, I hear people say all the time, the interior is outdated, right? So that's one of the things you always hear. And the look of the truck is outdated. It needs to be upgraded, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little time out now, and I'm going to show you some things because I really want to get your opinion on this. And please be honest, regardless if you're an owner, if you're a fan of another brand. I know I got a lot of Ford and Ram guys on here all the time telling me how behind the Tundra is and how Ford is the king of the world and they sell 800,000 F-Series trucks every year. I know that. Toyota knows that. But let's talk about this generation Tundra real quick. Check this out. So one of the things I always hear about the Tundra is that the interior is way too outdated for today's standards. Well, I disagree with that. I feel like it's more of a functional kind of a setup. I mean, everything is there that you need. There's not a lot of extra stuff. But outdated is the wrong word. I don't know. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about this one, of course. I mean, you got your seats, okay? You have them in every truck. Center console, cup holders, shifter. You got your climate control, your screen, which is bigger in 2020. It's now an inch bigger there. Gauge cluster, which is a little bit different in the 2018 and up. This is 2017 Tundra. Steering wheel with controls. Yeah, you don't have, these are heated and cooled seats. This is a Platinum, of course. You don't have, massaging seats like you do in some of the Fords nowadays, but overall, it's a functional setup. I never understand when people say that this is too outdated, but you got to let me know what you think. This is just my opinion. You got your buttons down here. Like I said, functional setup, straight to the point. Trailer brake control right there. Nowadays we have push button start. So please tell me what you think and why this is so outdated. And the other thing people say is that the exterior looks outdated for today's standards of half ton, which I 110% disagree with you all the way. I think this truck looks awesome. I don't know, maybe it's a preference thing, but please, again, if you're one of the people that thinks this is outdated, why is it outdated on the exterior? Looks like a truck to me. I love these lines. This is one of the things people talk about. They don't like the big nose on the front, but I think the lines are great. In 2014, they did this little bit of a cosmetic upgrade, and I agree with it. I dig it. Walking around the truck, though, I just don't get why people don't like the look of this truck. And what makes this look outdated? What is outdated about this? Please tell me. Comment below. Tailgate, I mean, it's a pickup truck, guys. It's, you know, we know Toyota. They kind of stick to their guns on this stuff. There's never major crazy things going on. You guys wanted a half-ton pickup truck from Toyota, you got one. And it's functional. The whole setup, like we said about the interior, is just, it's a functional setup. It's meant to do the job. But I'd love to hear what you think about that one. Once again, platinum trim. You know, if you go SR, SR5, Limited, TRD Pro, $17.94. There are little differences here and there. You know, I've added wheels and tires, end fabs, blacked out everything, but overall, it's a Tundra. It's pretty much the same thing, and there are multiple parts available if you don't like what's on there when you get it. All right, so I'm really looking forward to hearing what you guys think. Do you really think the Tundra is outdated looking? Are you just like, no, I'm done with the generation of today. Give me the new one. It needs to happen now. Because honestly, for me, I look at these trucks every week. You know me. I go to dealerships all the time. We make videos walking up and down the lot and everything. And I feel like the Tundra is one of the very best looking half-ton pickups on the market. And I'm not even trying to be biased. I think the Ford looks good, the Ram looks good, but the Tundra is right up in there. And I love the front end. I love the way it looks, good body line. So, and to be honest with you, 07 to 13, I thought that truck looked really good as well. But the 14 and up, to me, that's exactly where I felt like the Tundra needed to go when it did its cosmetics upgrades in 2014. It kind of, you know, edged everything out and got rid of a lot of the roundness of the body for the 07 to 13, but that's something we can talk about elsewhere. The other big thing that everyone always complains about with the Tundra is the fuel mileage, and at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, you're the consumer out there. You're the one that has to buy these trucks. So, you know, if you're looking for optimal fuel mileage, go test drive everything. But just remember, the sticker doesn't always tell the true tale when you get the truck out there and you start to drive it, okay? From what a lot of these owners tell me from all across all the brands is that all of the MPG numbers seem to hang out right there in the teens, right around where the Tundra is. So do your homework before you spend any money. But if you're someone who's just not into the Tundra and for some reason, you know, YouTube brought you to this video, you're considering a half-ton, but you never even thought about the Tundra, I implore you, go test drive it, okay? Go test drive it. A lot of people that get out there and never would give the Tundra a chance, go test drive it, love it, and end up buying one, okay? It's a solid built truck at the end of the day. But this is just one of those discussions. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Do you love the current generation? Are you in a massive rush for the next one? Let me know. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook at TundraDude34, TundraDude34 at gmail.com. Look forward to hearing from you. Have a great weekend.